Okay, so can you repeat what you just said just now? Because I
I,
think,
I, I was saying that you got to be passionate about what you do in life, and you have to love what you do. And I grew up with somebody. He became a billionaire, and I told him I was proud of him, but he told me he was proud of me because I'm doing something that I love, and I'm successful doing it. So he said that's the real definition of success. And the way I
hmm,
got in the music business was starting with Run DMC and growing up in Queens and taking
hmm,
advantage of opportunities because opportunities don't come all the time, and just
hmm,
ran with it. And just the rest is history. And look, you see all those.
hmm,
You
hmm,
see that?
hmm. I see all. Wow,
Yeah. So that's the scenario.
wow. Those are lots of plaques. That's like the representation of everything you've done. Okay, during this season, I mean, during that um, era of Run DMC, what did you do for them in particular?
I mean, to be honest with you, I was just hanging around, and I was just going on tour, and I really didn't have a position. Just learning, listening, meeting people, and you know, and then just went from there and just kept going. See
Oh,
Ziggy,
hello.
and that's really it. So you just never know where you're gonna wind up and what's gonna happen. But I just got in where I fit in, started building relationships, meeting people, going out to parties, concerts, events, tours, record labels, and just met a lot of people. And the rest was history. No one gave me nothing. I worked for everything I got, and I just
Hmm,
took advantage of different opportunities that came in front of me.
wow. Now, when it comes to, because I went through, of course, everybody can see through your resume, you know, you are into music production, your management and stuff. Who was your first artist? Your first artist you manage? You actually take your time to model, all what you've learned over the years before the whole success. Who was the first artist you ever managed?
I mean, I worked with a lot of people, man, but as far as really managing somebody, it was Bone Thugs and Harmony. Because remember,
Hmm,
I used to work at a record label, and I used to be a A&R. I used to do promo, street promotions, retail promo. So I worked with a lot of artists because I worked at the record label. But management was Bone Thugs and Harmony, Sean Kingston, Ayaz, Man, Nipseyhussle, Scott Storch, so on and so forth. But I worked with the Outlaws, Tupac's group, Fatjoe, um, Big Pun, rest in peace, Easy E, rest in peace, Common, Fat Joe, MOP, the Beatnuts, the Loonies, the Dayton Family, Drew Down, Mac Mall, um, MOP, the Beatnuts. The list goes on. I've worked with so many people, Mariah, Biggie. I worked with a lot of people in different capacities.
hmm.
But so, and a lot of that is there. And now working with Scott Storch, I working with Rush, Trippie Redd, French Montana, Black Youngster, T Grizzly, all the new young hottest artists, Don Q, A Boogie, PNB Rocks. So Sway Lee. We're working with a lot of people, and that's been working with Scott. So working with the young hot generation, but I've worked with a lot of people now who are legends.
Okay, now you said you've worked with a lot of younger artists as well. On this platform, there's a lot of people. I believe oh,
I just want to
shout
let you
out to
know. I just
shout
want to
out
let you
to
know.
Con. Con is in the building.
Yeah, you know
Consequence.
who? Yeah, that's a legend. Queens get the money. Tribe
How
Called
you doing,
Quest.
Consequence? How you
That's
doing, bro?
fam. That's my family, man. Queens,
That's
man. Of course.
Queens. The first time I met him, it was like Bankulli. We got to do something together. I met him like
Yeah.
2 years ago in Chicago, and we've been
Quan
keeping in touch.
Khan is one of the best MCs. He's from Queens like me. He's family, and it's my
Hmm,
brother. Shout out my man Mustafa, who's on the check-in. But
hmm.
you're in Africa now, and I'm in California right now, and it's a blessing because it's a global situation. But go on.
We're
What was the
connect.
question?
We're connecting the dots now. You working with upcoming, growing artists. I want to say, of course, you've seen a lot of challenges they go through. Do you want to touch on that challenges that upcoming artists go through and how to solve those challenges?
Say that one more time.
I said, I'm sure you just told me just now that you've worked with some young upcoming artists. You've worked with some upcoming artists out there. You're familiar with those challenges they go through. How do they, how can they fix those challenges? Getting up,
I mean, to be honest with you, like I work with these young artists because I'm managing Scott Storch, right? So Scott Storch is a legend, but on the comeback, I felt that we needed to work with the next upcoming artist. And I got a good ear and I keep my ear to the street. And at that
Hmm,
time, look, we worked with Roddy Ricch 2.5 years ago, A Boogie 3 years ago, Don Q, PNB Rocks, Russ, like all these young artists that weren't popping and then they started becoming big. So I just took those chances and put Scott in with him, and that's how I work with all these young artists. Fora, there's so many great young artists that either someone will let me know about them, or I'll hear about them, or the streets buzz, and I take a chance and I go with my gut. But I don't work with them as far as managing them. I just work with them by bringing them to work with Scott Storch. So at the end of the day, that's what brought Scott back to where he's at, because people always want to work with the young, new, hot, upcoming thing. There's a kid named Doobie that's blowing up right now. Forbes magazine just did a whole piece on me. Fora's in there with me. So
wow.
it's always about staying relevant, and it's a very hard thing to stay relevant.
Hmm, very true. Now let's touch on weworking university.
Yes,
What
please.
does what does weworking? Okay, guys, before we move forward, Steve has a university called We Walking University, and we're going to talk about that now. Steve, what is the thought behind We Walking University? What does it
Okay.
stand for?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, basically, I created with my guy Jay from Colorado. We created the first online college, and you could go on there. It's a subscription based service, and it's
Hmm,
$149. And you could go online and click the link in my bio, and there's 75 modules in there. Okay.
hmm,
And in those modules, you will learn everything you need to know about the music business, from A&R, management, booking agent, lawyer, styling, choreography, publishing, songwriting, production, engineering, road management, tour management, security, business management, everything. There's so much you need to know about the music business, which a lot of these young people don't know about. There's just more than just putting up a video on YouTube or Instagram. So there's 75 modules in it. We have Charlemagne the God. We have Gary V. We have Be Real from Cypress Hill. We have so many
wow,
different people in there. Some of the best lawyers, just some of the best people we have in these modules.
wow. That's like a university for actually understanding what music is. Because I always tell people you must invest in yourself. Education is key. Beyond just the talent, beyond just recording music, you have to be educated about what you're actually getting into.
Trust me, we have about 600 students already organically, and they love it. Everybody's thanking us. And at the end of the day, I feel like it should be way more. It should be thousands of dollars. But we're giving it
Hmm,
away for only $149. Because you know why? It's about giving back and sending knowledge out there and letting people
hmm.
really learn. Yes, $149. And I'm telling you, just go to the link in my bio.
They,
Go to the link in my
my friend,
bio,
my
man.
friend, my friend, they can't believe that. I'm saying
Yeah,
Chidi
just
from
go
Udwex.
to the link. It's weworkinguniversity.com. I swear to God, it's the most innovative, creative thing, and it's gonna blow the fuck up. It's taking time to get the eyeballs out there and get the people to really hear about it. I can't just use my Instagram to do it, but that's the only way we're promoting it right now. We've been running some Facebook ads. We've been running some ads, but it's $149 all in, and it's going to take you a long time, but you're going to learn about everything. And it's 75 modules, about 45 minutes each module. And if you see some people already saying it's worth it, shout out my man Nico, incredible songwriter. Shout out my man Mustafa in
Hmm.
there. So yeah, so
Wow.
it's amazing because it's modules. People are like, what? What's a module? but you go in there and you learn about publishing. Like, not many people know about publishing. Not many people know
True.
about, you know, the legal side of it. Not many people know about what an A&R does. We have Matt from Dreamville. We have we have a bunch of A&Rs in there. You just sit on your computer and you go into these modules and you learn. There's different aspects. You might want to be a road manager. That's an important position. You might want to be a choreographer. Very important. You might be a stylist. It's very important to look good. It's very important, vocal coaching. Maybe you want to be an engineer. Maybe you want to be a mix engineer. There's a difference between mixing engineer and a regular engineer. So there's so much
Hmm.
going on. It's a global thing. You just go online and you buy it and you're going to learn so much.
We've spoken about this. We need this in Africa because most guys out there most guys out here in the music industry, they just stumble on things. They freestyle.
Yeah,
You
but you
understand what I'm
got it.
saying? There's
It's
no.
global. It's global. All you got to do is go online.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Look at the comments.
I mean when
Someone
when
said,
I mean when. Go
huh?
ahead. Go ahead.
Someone
Go ahead.
someone said, well worth it. While a lot of artists get fucked by not knowing the business. See, we're in the music business. I'm not in the music industry. And you have to know the music business if you want to get in the music business. So
Hmm.
shout out my man Kenny Dixon in the house. Day one, my man Mustafa from Queens. He goes by a few different names. Mustafa, Kenneth, Kenny. It's my day one. It's my day one. Been around the globe, and that's my brother. But yeah. So it's about giving back that game and that knowledge that you learned, and I learned a lot. So I'm giving back, and I went and exhausted my relationships, and I
Hmm.
got a lot of people that really are my friends, and they gave us a lot of modules. They sat down. It's amazing. The guy Jay who came up with it was a young kid. We partnered up, and it's organically growing and growing and growing, and it's amazing. We got some of the best of lawyers in there giving free game. We got A&Rs. We got
Hmm.
so many different people.
Wow.